percentage. So in percentage, meaning of the word per is nothing but divided by, and meaning of the word cent is 100. So in general, percent means divide by 100. Suppose if I say some random number 64%, it simply means divide 64 by 100. Similarly, if I give you any number like x and put percentage in front of it, which means you need to divide that number x by 100, which means percentage is divided by 100. Now, if I say a person or a student has got 75%. Now, a student has got 75% doesn't have any meaning unless and until I specify 75% of what. So here I will say 75% of marks. If this of marks is not written, then this sentence will not carry any meaning. So I need to specify something here, 75% of marks, or let's say a tank has 40% of water. I need to specify something. If I say a tank has 40%, a tank has 40% of what? Don't you think it will not have any meaning if I specify only this much? So I need to specify what it is, percentage of what. So in general, if I say x percent, I need to specify x percent of something. And whatever I write in place of something, this should always be treated as 100%, which is total. For example, if I say a student has scored 75% of marks. 75% of marks, of what marks? Is he getting 75% of total marks? So by default, this marks will be total marks. Similarly, if I say water is 60% of tank, by default this of tank will be the total tank. That is to say, whatever I write in place of this something should be treated as total, which is nothing but 100% according to percentage. Then on this basis, I will be giving you the formula for percentage. Formula for percentage will be A divided by B into 100. If you want to convert, what is A by B here? A by B is a fraction. If you want to convert a fraction into percentage, you need to multiply it by 100. Similarly, if you want to convert percentage to fraction, you need to divide it by 100. So here, what is this A and what is this B? This A is nothing but what we are comparing. And this B is with respect to what we are comparing. Okay, for example, if I say 27 liters of water is contained in a tank of capacity, let's say 90 liters. The capacity of the tank is 90 liters. Then what is the percentage of water in the tank? So suppose if this is the question, now am I comparing how much of water is there with respect to total capacity of the tank? What I am comparing? I am comparing the quantity of water. So quantity of water, so can I say percentage of water is nothing but I am comparing how much of water is there with respect to total capacity of the tank, which is 90, and this 27 by 90 will be the fraction. In order to convert it into percentage, I need to multiply it by 100. So if you cancel this, what will you be getting? So this is 3 and this is 10. Again, if you cancel 0, 0, you will get 3 into 10, that is 30%. So if a tank has 27, if a tank of capacity 90 liters has 27 liters of water, it simply means it is having 30% of the water. Hope this is clear to all. Those who are attending live can just let me know in the chat box. Clear till here? Let me know in the chat box. Okay. Next, suppose if I say a student scored 876 marks out of 1200, find his percentage obtained. So here what I should compare and with respect to what I should compare. In order to get the percentage marks, I need to compare obtained marks with respect to total marks. And this is the fraction, multiply it by 100 in order to get the percentage. So it will be 876 divided by 1200 into 100. So if you cancel 0000, you will be getting, cancelling 12 ones are table, 12 sevens are, 3 is the remainder, then 12 threes are 36. So your answer will be 73%. Which means if a student scores 876 marks out of 1200, which is the total marks, it means he will be getting 73%. Hope you are getting this. Next what I do is, I will be giving you the percentage value and I will be asking the marks that is obtained in the next. It's like this, a student scores 82% out of 1400, find his obtained marks. If question is like this, now percentage is equal to obtained marks divided by total marks into 100. What is given to me? Percentage is given to me, that is 82 is equal to obtained marks we need to find, keep it as it is, divided by total marks is 1400. So 1400 into 100, you can cancel this double zeros. So can I say 82 into 14 will be the obtained marks? So multiply, you will get the answer. 14 twos are 28, so 2 carry, then 14 eights are 112, 112 plus 2 carry, that is 114. So this will be his obtained marks. Correct? In the first question, I gave you the obtained marks and total marks, you found the percentage. In the second question, I am giving you the percentage and total marks and you are finding the obtained marks. Similarly, I can give you percentage and obtained marks and you should find the total marks, same as this one. So out of 3 parameters, 2 parameters will be given to you and 1 will be unknown. You need to find that unknown parameter. And this is not very specific to percentage marks. You can consider this in like this as well. Like if tank has 70% of water and quantity of water in tank is, let's say, 9-10 liters, find total capacity of tank. So apply the same formula. Percentage of water should be equal to quantity of water divided by total quantity of the tank and multiply it by 100. What is given? 70%, percentage value is given to me, is equal to, now this is it the quantity of water? Is it the quantity of water 9-10? So 910 divided by, I don't know the quantity of tank, which is nothing but the capacity of the tank, multiply it by 100. So simplify this, you will get the answer. So it will be quantity of tank is equal to 910 by 70 into 100. You can cancel 0, 0, again 7 ones are 7 ones are 7, 2 is carry, 7 threes are, and 0 as it is. So quantity of tank will be 130 into 10, which is 1300. As quantity of water is given in liters, this capacity will also be in liters. So answer for the capacity of the tank is 1300 liters. Like this, out of 3 parameters, either percentage and total will be given, or percentage and numerator will be given, or numerator and denominator will be given. You need to find the other unknown part. Till here, is it clear? Let me know in the chat box. Till here, is it clear? Coming to the next one, you should be knowing some standard percentage values. So I will be giving you the chart. So take down the heading as fraction to percentage conversion table. You should be knowing this table. 1 is equal to 100%. 1 is nothing but 1 by 1. 1 by 2 is nothing but half, and according to percentage, half is 50%. Then 1 by 3 will be 33.33%. 1 by 4 is 25%. 1 by 5 will be 20%. 1 by 6, 16.66%. 1 by 7 will be 14.28%. 1 by 8 is 12.5%. 1 by 9 will be 11.11%, and 1 by 10 will be 10%. So 1 by 10 is 1 to 1 by 10 is mandatory, and rest whatever I am writing, this is optional. If you want, you can learn this. It will be an added advantage. So then 1 by 11 will be 9.09%. 1 by 12 is 8.33%. This is important, 1 by 12. Then 1 by 13, 7.69%. 1 by 14, 7.14%. 1 by 15 will be 6.66%. 1 by 16, 6.25%. 1 by 20, 5%. 1 by 25, 4%. 1 by 50, 2%. 1 by 100, 1%. So the entire table you should be knowing, so that our percentage chapter will be less calculative. If you don't know these fractional values, you need to do lot of calculation. So better to learn this table. Make a note of table so that we can use these charts in the further problems. Done with this? Stop it. Pause again. Can I continue? Till here, is it clear to all? Please let me know in the chat box. Next, I will be giving you some questions. So this is your question now. The question is saying, if A's salary is 42,000 and B's salary is 36,000, then find. There are 4 sub questions here. A's salary is what percent of B's salary is the first sub question. B's salary is what percent of A's salary is the second sub question. Third sub question is A's salary is what percent more than B's salary, and sub question D will be B's salary is what percent less than A's salary. So let me try to do one by one. In the first question, they are asking me to compare A's salary with respect to B's salary. So in the numerator, for sub question A, in the numerator I need to take the A's salary, because I am comparing A's salary, that is 42,000 divided by, in denominator I need to take 36,000 into 100. So if you cancel this 000, again you can cancel this in 6 ones are table like this, 6 sevens are, 6 six are. So it will be 7 by 6 into 100. 7 by 6 into 100, you can just split this as 1 plus 1 by 6 into 100. Now if I get back to the percentage table, what is 1 by 6 here? 1 is 100%, 1 by 6 is 16.66%. So 1 plus 1 by 6 will be 100% plus 16.66%, which is nothing but 116.66%. So here answer will be 116.66%, which means A's salary is 116.66% of B's salary. Similarly, if I compare B's salary with respect to A's salary, which is my second sub question. B's salary is 36,000 rupees and A's salary is 42,000 rupees. Into 100, in order to convert this into percentage, if you cancel this, you will be getting 6 by 7 into 100. So if you want this 6 by 7 into 100, if you don't know the value of 1 by 7, you can directly do like this. This is nothing but 600 by 7. 600 by 7, if you cancel in 7 ones are table, so 7 8s are 56, 4 carry, again 7 5s are 35, 5 is the remainder, 0.50 means 7 sevens are will be 49, so your answer will be 85.7%. You need not have to find the second decimal, third decimal, this is more than sufficient. Now if you observe, what is the difference between first sub question and third sub question? In first sub question, the question is asking for A's salary is what percent of B's salary. But in the third sub question, the question is asking for A's salary is what percent more than. Now what I should compare? I should compare A's salary is how much more than B's salary. So sub question C, A's salary is 42,000, B's salary is 36,000. Can I say A's salary is 6,000 more than B's salary? Here I need to compare this 6,000 with respect to B's salary. So 6,000 divided by B's salary is 36,000 into 100. So if you cancel this, this will be 1 by 6 into 100. Now from the table I already know the value of 1 by 6, which is 16.66%. So my answer will be 16.66%. Going to the fourth sub question, the question is asking for B's salary is what percent less than A's salary. Sub question D, A's salary is 42,000, B's salary is 36,000. Now B's salary is how much less? Same 6,000 less. So B's salary is 6,000 less than A's salary. Now I am comparing this 6,000 with respect to A's salary. So in the numerator I need to take 6,000 and in the denominator I need to take A's salary now. A's salary is 42,000 rupees. into 100. So if you cancel this 000 000 you can cancel. Again 6 ones are 6 sevens are, your answer will be 1 by 7 into 100. Either you can divide 100 by 7 or else from the table I know the value. See, from the table value of 1 by 7 will be 14.28%. So directly you can use this. So your answer will be 14.28%. Till here is it clear? All the 4 sub questions. Just go through all the 4 questions. If any doubt, let me know in the chat box. Hope everyone is getting this. Any doubt, anyone? Okay. Coming to the next type of questions. The question will be like this. If salary of a person is increased by 10% and then it is decreased by 10%, find percentage change in salary. Just by reading the question, we may feel that the answer is 0% as I am increasing it by 10% and then decreasing it by 10%. But it will not be the case. So here I don't know what is the salary of a person. So what I do, I will assume that his salary is 100, because whenever the person in percentage chapter, whenever you don't know the value, it is better to consider the value as 100. If you take base as 100, it will be easy for me. So what I will be doing, I will be taking salary of that person as 100. Now you will be increasing this by 10%. If you increase 100 by 10%, it will become 110%. In the next, I am decreasing it by 10%. Now I am not decreasing this 100 by 10% because his salary is now 110. So I need to consider 10% of 110, which is 11. So I need to decrease this by 11, and here I will be getting 99. And whenever they are asking for percentage change, you need to know this formula. Percentage change is you are comparing the change with respect to the initial value and multiply it by 100. For example, if I say a person's salary is 100, now it is 95. How much is the change? This 100 is called as initial value and this 95 is final value. And it is changed from 100 to 95, so change is equal to 5. In order to find percentage change, you need to compare this change, that is 5, with respect to initial value, which is 100, and multiply this by 100. If you cancel, you will be getting 5%. Now as it is decreased from 100 to 95, you may have two options like this. One is 5% increase, the other is 5% decrease. I need to go with 5% decrease as the final value is less than the initial value. Clear? Now I can take one more condition here. Person's salary is 100. Now his salary is 105. Let me take 105. Now what is happening? The change is again same 5%. Change is 5. So to find percentage change, you need to compare this change with respect to initial value. Here again initial value is this one and final value will be 105. So 5 divided by 100 into 100. So you can cancel this 100 and answer will be 5%. But here if I say 5% increase and 5% decrease, if I give you two options, now you need to go with 5% increase, because here final value is more than the initial value. But in the first case what happened? It was final value was less than the initial value. Whenever final value is more than the initial value, we call it as increase, and when final value is less than the initial value, we call it as decrease. Now again I will be having two formulas here, percentage increase and percentage decrease. Percentage increase will be increase divided by initial value into 100 and percentage decrease will be decrease divided by initial value into 100. And how to find increase? Increase is nothing but final value minus initial value. So the formula I can write it like this as well, final value minus initial value divided by initial value into 100, and for percentage decrease it will be initial value minus final value divided by initial value into 100. Now if you observe whether it is percentage increase or percentage decrease, you always take initial value in the denominator, which means parameter for comparison will be the initial value whether it is increasing or decreasing. So first formula will be for percentage change, which is nothing but change is compared with respect to initial value. So change by initial value into 100. There are two types of change. One is percentage increase and other is percentage decrease. Percentage increase, we say something is increasing if the final value is more than the initial value, and we say something is decreasing if final value is less than the initial value, and formulas will be like this. Any doubt till here? If any doubt, let me know in the chat box. Can I proceed further? Okay. So get back to the question now. I was asking if salary of person A, now salary of person A, initial salary I have taken it as 100 and final salary after increasing it by 10% and again decreasing it by 10%, I got the final salary of the person as 99. Now how much is the change? From 100 it is changed to 99. So change is 1. So percentage change will be change divided by initial value, which is 100, again into 100. So if I cancel, I will be getting 1%. Now if I give you two options, option A 1% increase, option B 1% decrease. Now if we observe here, the initial value is more than the final value, or in other words, final value is less than the initial value. When final value is less than the initial value, then we call it as decrease. So your answer will be 1% decrease. Clear? Now we can have multiple questions like this. Here what is happening, if value of currency is increased by 20% and in the next year it is decreased by 20%, find the percentage change of valuation of that currency in these 2 years. Same thing, assume that the valuation of the currency is 100, increase it by 20%. So I need to take 20% of 100, which is 20. If I increase something by 20, I will get 80, or sorry, I will get 120. Next, I need to decrease this by 20%. When I need to decrease this by 20%, now it is not 20% of 100, it is 20% of 120. 10% of 120 will be 12, so 20% will be 24. So you need to decrease this by 24, which is nothing but 20% of 120. So if you decrease 120 by 24, you will be getting 96. Now the salary of initial salary of a person was 100 and final salary is 96. So the difference between initial salary and final salary will be 4. So this is the change in salary. So if I want to calculate percentage change, it will be change divided by initial value into 100. So change I am getting it as 4 divided by initial value I have taken it as 100. So 4 by 100 into 100. If I cancel, I will be getting 4%. And again, even here final value is less than the initial value. So I will be taking this as 4% decrease. Hope this is clear. Then I have taken the same question. Next question I have taken the same question, but the thing is, in the next question, first I am decreasing it by 20% and then I am increasing it by 20%. In this question what happened? The question we did, first we increased it by 20% and then we decreased it by 20%. But in the next question, first I am decreasing and then I am increasing. Let's see whether we will get the same answer or not. So consider currency value is 100, decrease it by 20%, you will get 80. Again increase this by 20%, so 20% of 80, so 10% of 80 is 8, so 20% will be 16, so you need to increase this by 16. 80 plus 16 will be 96, again the change is same 4 and answer will be 4%, as here also initial value is more than the final value or final value is less than the initial value, I will be calling it as decrease. So whether you increase first and then decrease or decrease first and then increase, your answer will not change. So this is one of the property of the percentage, wherein the order of percentage change will not affect the final answer. Hope everyone is getting this. Next, the price of car increases by 30% and then it decreases by 30%. Find the percentage change in price of car. So all these problems are based on percentage change. So here I will be taking initial value of car as 100. If you increase this by 30%, you will get 130 and then you need to decrease this by 30%. So 30% of 130, 10% of 130 is 13. So 30% will be 39. If you decrease 130 by 39, you will be getting 91. So this is your initial value. This is your final value. From here to here, the change is 9 and it is decreased. So answer will be percentage change is equal to change, that is 9, divided by initial value which is taken as 100 into 100. So answer will be 9% decrease. Why decrease? Because here also the final value is less than the initial value. Now if you observe, if I increase something by 10% and decrease it by 10%, the change is 1% decrease. If I decrease by 10% first and then increase something by 10%, again the answer is same 1% decrease itself. It will not increase. Second one, 20% increase and again 20% decrease, you are getting the answer as 4% decrease. Similarly, if I swap this, if I decrease by 20% first and then if I increase by 20%, again I will be getting the same answer, that is 4% decrease. And in the third case, the previous problem which we solved, I increased this by 30% and then decreased by 30%, my answer was 9% decrease. Similarly, if I decrease by 30% first and then increase by 30%, my answer will be again 9% decrease. If you observe the pattern here, here it is 1, here it is 4, here it is 9. Let me write it for one more. If I say I am increasing something by 40% and decreasing it by 40%, or I am first decreasing something by 40% and then increasing by 40%, in both the case my answer will be 16% decrease, 16% decrease. So if you observe the pattern, these are all square numbers, right? 1, 4, 9, 16. So the short trick will be like this. If you increase something by x% and then decrease the same by n percent, or else you decrease something by n percent and then you increase the same by n percent, your answer will be n square by 100% decrease. So this will be the short trick for these type of questions. So final answer directly you can apply. For example, if I say a car price increases by, let's say, 35%, and then it decreases by 35%, what is percentage change in price of car? So here I am increasing something by 35%, again I am decreasing it by same 35%. So here n value is 35, so directly percentage change will be 35 square divided by 100% decrease, and remember it is always decrease. So 35 square will be 1225, so answer is 1225 by 100% decrease, and 1225 divided by 100 you will be getting 12.25%, and answer is always decrease. So this will be the answer. Hope the short trick is clear to all. But if I increase this by 35% and then decrease it by 25%, then you can't apply this percentage short trick, because this is applicable only if I increase something by n% and then decrease it by same n%. Only then you need to apply this formula. If percentages are different, let me take the next question. Check this question. Okay, same question we have done. If the length of the rectangle is increased by 12.5% and breadth is decreased by 32%, find percentage change. Now one thing what you can do is consider length as 100, breadth is also 100, increase this by 12.5%, increase this by 12.5%, you will be getting 112.5%. This is the new length, or let me call this as initial length and initial breadth, and this is final length. So final breadth 32% decrease, so 100 minus 32 will be 68%, so this will be the final breadth. So if I want to calculate initial area will be 100 into 100, because area of the rectangle is nothing but length into breadth. So 100 into 100, it will be 10,000. Now if I calculate this, this will be bit calculative. If I want to multiply this, we may do that final, which is 112.5 into 68, you will get the answer. Again I need to compare these two and I should get the answer. But instead of doing this, when percentage, now I can't apply n square by 100% decrease formula, because here the percentage change are different. Here it is 12.5% and here it is 32%. When the percentage change are different, we have one more formula. The formula will be plus or minus a plus or minus b plus AB by 100. So this will be the formula, and this name for this formula is successive percentage change formula, wherein plus refers to increase and minus refers to decrease. So if I take this, question is, first I am increasing by 12.5% and then I am decreasing by 32%. So A value is this one, as it is increasing, take it as plus. So plus 12.5 minus 32 minus, because I am decreasing, plus 12.5 into minus 32 whole divided by 100. So whatever the answer you will be getting, that will be the overall percentage change. So what will be the final answer here? 25 will be 12.5, then 7 plus 12.5. Is it 17.5 minus 17.5? Now if you cancel this, this will be, okay, I can cancel this directly. This is 1 and this is 8, and again 8 ones are and 8 fours are, so this will be minus 4. So your final answer will be minus 17.5 minus 4, which is minus 21.5. So as I am getting the answer as minus, it simply means decrease. So your final answer will be 21.5% decrease. Hope till here it is clear to all. If any doubt, let me know in the chat box. Till here is it clear to all? Next questions are based on population change. So population change, the question will be like this: the population of locality or population of the city, population of the village will be given. It increases by 10% every year. If percentage population of the locality is, now they are giving the present population. Present population of the locality is 2,30,000. Then find the population of that locality after sub question A 2 years, sub question B 3 years, sub question C 4 years. So the question will be like this: if I consider present population is 2,30,000. For the first year, there is an increase of 10% because every year it is increasing by 10%. So I need to take 10% of 2,30,000, which is 23,000. Now after first year, increase in the first year, it will be this much. So 2,53,000. This is at the end of first year. Now for the end of second year, what I need to take? I need to take 10% of this modified one, which is 2,53,000. So 10% of 2,53,000 will be 25,300. So if I add this, I will be getting 2,78,300. This is the answer for my first sub question, that is after 2 years what is the value. So after 2 years the population of the locality will be 2,78,300. This is for second year. Then for third year, again you need to increase this by 10%. So I need to consider 10% of 2,78,300, which is 27,830. So if I add this, so I will be getting 3,06,130. So this will be the answer for second sub question, that is the population after 3 years. Population after 3 years. So this is for third year. Now again for fourth year, I need to add 10% of this one. So 10% of 3,06,130 will be 30,613. So if I add this, I will be getting 3,47633. So my final answer for 4 years will be 3,36,743. This will be the answer for at the end of fourth year. But this will be a bit difficult. Instead, what we can do is, we know the value of 10% from the table. See here, from the table, the value of 10% is 1 by 10. So what we can do is, so 10% is nothing but 1 by 10. As it is increased, you need to increase 10 by 1, you will get 11, and divide by the same number 10. So this will be your multiplication factor, and your population is given to, present population is given to me as 2,30,000. So for first year, it will be 2,30,000 into 11 by 10. For 2 years, you need to multiply this into 11 by 10 twice. So whatever the answer you will be getting will be the population after 2 years, and you will be getting the same answer. Similarly, for 3 years, present population, and for 3 years you need to multiply this multiplication factor thrice, that is into 11 by 10, into 11 by 10, into 11 by 10, and you will be getting the same answer. And for 4 years, you need to multiply the multiplication factor 4 times, that is 2,30,000 into 11 by 10, into 11 by 10 into 11 by 10 into 11 by 10. So you will be getting this answer. So you can use any method. Till here, is it clear to all? Any doubt in this? If you are not getting, let me know in the chat box. So now next question what I am saying is, I have taken the same information, but instead of increasing, I have made it as decreased. So one thing what I can do is, consider present population is 2,30,000. 10% of this will be 23,000. Now as the population is decreased, I need to subtract this. So what I will be getting? So here I will be getting 2,07,000. This is after first year. And again for the second year, I need to decrease by 10% of whatever the resultant that I am getting. Here the resultant is 2,07,000. So 10% will be 20,700. So if I subtract this, will I get this? 1,86,300. This will be the population after second year. And for third year again you need to take 10% of this one. 10% of 1,86,300 will be 18,630. So again you need to subtract. The reason for subtracting is the population is continuously decreasing by 10%. In question they can give for 20%, they can give for 15%, and accordingly you need to answer. So you will get some answer here. So what you will be getting? 0, 7, 12, 6, 5, 7, is it this much? 1,77,670. So this will be after third year, and again if you consider 10% of this one and subtract, you will be getting the fourth year. In other words, if I want to apply the concept of multiplication factor, same 10%, 10% value is 1 by 10. Now it is decreased. So 10 is decreased by 1, so it will become 9, and write the denominator as it is. So your multiplication factor will be 9 by 10. So population after 1 year will be 2,30,000 into 9 by 10. For 2 years it will be into 9 by 10 into 9 by 10. If you do this, you will be getting the same answer. For 3 years it is 2,30,000 into 9 by 10 into 9 by 10 into 9 by 10. For 3 years you need to multiply it for 3 times. You will be getting the same answer, this one. And for 4 years you need to multiply it for 4 times. That is 2,30,000 into 9 by 10 into 9 by 10 into 9 by 10 into 9 by 10. Finally you will be getting the answer. So this is the concept for percentage increase and percentage decrease of the population. This is just the advanced version of the whatever the population change question what we saw in the previous 10% increase, 10% decrease. There it was increase, decrease, increase, decrease. But here it is continuously increasing or continuously decreasing. Till here is it clear? Any doubt so far? Okay. So this is all about population based question. Now the next type of questions that you will be getting is election based question. In election based question what happens is, suppose if I say in the locality or in the constituency I will be having total voters. Out of these total voters, not everyone will come on the day of election and do the voting. So here I have two types. One is those who casted the vote and those who didn't cast the vote. So those who casted the vote, suppose if I say there are 100 people in the constituency or there are 200 people in the constituency and only 180 voted and 20 didn't vote. If this is the scenario, don't you think 180 has voted, so I will be having 180 of total votes, isn't it? If 180 people have voted, how many ballot sheets I will be having or how many votes I will be having? I will be having 180 votes. So indirectly I can just say whatever those who casted the vote, the number of people who casted the vote, this is nothing but the number of total votes. And second point, not all the votes will be valid. There are two types again here. So one is valid votes, the other is invalid votes. So in general, invalid votes will not be considered. We will be considering only the valid votes. And for invalidity, there will be multiple reasons and we will be counting valid votes. And out of these valid votes, some votes will be taken by the winner and some votes will be taken by the runner-up. Okay, and if there are multiple contestants, then all this will be like this. However, when I am considering the winner and suppose if I say in an election between two candidates, generally you will get a question based on two candidates. So if the votes are 360, one is getting 200, the other is getting 160. So this person will be the winner and this person will be the runner-up. Can I say the winner won by 40 votes? Suppose there are three, like 360 votes were there, the winner is getting 150 votes, the second person is getting, let's say 100 votes or 120 votes, runner-up will be getting 120 votes, so remaining will be for the loser, right? So the third person will be getting 90 votes. Is it like this? So if this is the case, now the winner always wins with respect to the runner-up and not with respect to the last person. So here the winner is not winning by 60 votes, the winner is winning by 30 votes and this 30 votes is called as margin of winning. So if I apply that here, whatever the difference is there between the winner and runner-up, this is called as margin of winning. Till here is it clear? Note down this. Now let me do some questions. In an election, $3,000 people casted their vote, but 500 of them were invalid. If winner gets let's say 56% of valid votes, find the margin of winning. I will give you two questions. Sub question A, find the margin of winning. Sub question B, votes obtained by runner-up. Here I will be giving election is between two candidates. So here what I can do, here number of people so who casted the vote, so this is nothing but number of votes. So I am having 3,000 number of votes, out of which 500 are invalid. So if 500 are invalid, only 2,500 are valid, isn't it? Now the winner is getting 56% of valid votes. So 56% of what? 56% of 2500. So the runner up will be getting the remaining, that is 44% of 2500, and margin of winning is this much, that is here 6, here 6, is it 12% of 2500? 12% meaning is divided by 100, as I discussed at the starting of the class. So this will be 12 divided by 100 into 2500. If I cancel 0000, it will be 25 into 12. So 25 into 4 is 100, into 8 will be 200, and 25 into 12 will be 300, which means a winner is winning with a margin of 300 votes. And the second sub question is, what is the vote obtained by the runner-up? The vote obtained by the runner-up is this much, that is 44% of 2500. So percent is nothing but again divided by 100. 44 by 100 into 2500. If you cancel 0000, multiply this. So 25 into 4 is 100. 10 carry, again 100. So 100 plus 10. So your answer will be 1100. So this is what the vote secured by the loser. Suppose if they are asking for vote secured by the winner, then it will be 56% of 2500. Till here, is it clear to all? Clear till here? This is how you need to deal with the election based questions. And finally, you will be having Venn diagram based questions, like let's say in a village 70% of families has cows, then 60% has buffaloes, and 20%, don't want 20%, let me take 40%. 40% has both, and let's say 120 families has neither. That means they are not having cow nor buffalo. Then find total number of families in that village. So here you need to make use of the Venn diagram. It will be like this. So this is for cows, this is for buffaloes, and both intersection is there. So 40% of the families has both. Let me write that 40 in the center part. Now cows is 70%. So out of 70%, 40 are having buffalo as well. Remaining 30 will be having what? Remaining 30 will be having only cows. Similarly, here I have 60% buffaloes, out of which 40% is already here. So remaining is 20%. So if I calculate those families which are having either only cows or only buffaloes or both cows and buffaloes, it will be 30 plus 40 plus 20, which is nothing but 90%. 90% are having either cow or buffalo or both. So remaining 10% is not having anything, because total is always 100%. So 10% value is given to me as 120 families. So 100% is the total, right? So the question is asking for total number of families. Total number of families, you should always take it as 100, because total is 100 in percentage. So multiply into 10 on both sides, you will be getting 100% value will be 1200. So in the village, we are having 1200 families. Clear with this? Any doubt? Screen is not visible. From which problem the screen is not visible? The last problem. Is it for the last problem? Let me know in the chat box. Okay, let me explain once again. So this was my question. In a village, 70% of the families has cow, 60% has buffalo, and 40% has both, and 120 families has neither. Neither means they are not having buffalo nor cows. Then find the total number of families in that village. So in these type of questions, you need to make use of Venn diagram. So Venn diagram will be like this. This circle, the first circle represent the number of families having cows. The second circle represent the number of families having buffalo. Now this intersection will represent those families which are having both cow and buffalo. And according to question, the intersection part is 40%. Is it so? Now out of 70%, which is the total number of families having cow, 40% are having buffaloes as well. So can I say remaining 30% will be having only cow, so that this total will become 70%. Similarly, the families that are having buffalo is 60%. So this entire thing is 60%, out of which 40% are having cow as well. So the families which are having only buffalo will be 20%. Now if I take the number of families which are having either cow or buffalo or both, it is 30 plus 40 plus 20, which is 90%. Which means 90% of the families has only cows, only buffaloes, or both cows and buffaloes. So total will be 100% here. For percentage, total is always 100%. So out of 100%, 90% are having either cow or buffalo or both, which means remaining 10% are not having anything. They have neither buffalo nor cow. So this 10% value according to question is 120 families. The question is saying 120 families doesn't have anything. So 10% value is given to me as 120. So I need to consider 100% value. Why 100%? Because the question is asking for total number of families, and in percentage, total is always considered as 100%. So if I want to find 100%, 100% value will be 1200. So number of families in that village will be 1200. Clear with this? Clear with this? Let me know in the chat box. Okay, so can I end it for today? So this is all about percentage. Any doubt? Any doubt in any of the questions? No? Okay, thank you.